Hey Maya, how's it going?
It's okay. I'm getting through, I guess.
Getting through. Have things been rough lately at your site?
Not rough exactly. I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing half the time, and it's really stressing me out.
Do you mean when you're meeting with clients?
Well, yes, but also when it comes to doing my notes in the school, it's just a lot.
Yeah, it can be really overwhelming when you first start actually seeing clients. You're at level one of being an associate, so I'd expect you don't know what your strengths or your weaknesses are. I know it's hard to add in working with clients on top of the schoolwork you're already doing.
I thought it'd be easier. I guess I thought that I could separate the two more, but I found myself thinking about clients outside session, like at home or in class. Then it's hard for me to focus on what I'm actually supposed to be doing, or sometimes I can't sleep.
When you say you're thinking about clients, what are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about their problems. I'm thinking about whether I said the right things to them or if I should have said something else. I'm wondering if I made things better or if I made it worse. I'm worried about what I'm supposed to say next time I see them.
I hear you. There are so many different things that can happen in session. It can be hard not to worry about whether we're doing the right things.
Does it ever get better?
Well, yes, but it isn't because you suddenly know all the right things to say or do. It's because you just change the way you think about it. Let me ask you this. How did you feel when you first started your master's classes?
I was really stressed. I had no idea how I was going to learn. I felt like there was so much to know.
Did that ever get better?
I did once I got to know my professors better. I understood what classes would look like and what their expectations would be. Then I could figure out what I need to do for them.
So it sounds like you stuck with it, and as you got more information, you felt more comfortable. Would that be fair?
Yes, I think so.
So now here you are, starting to see clients and applying all the things you learned in class. It sounds like you figured it out to me.
Yeah, it's definitely got more manageable.
So, do you think if you keep going in your sessions, learn your clients' needs better, and set up treatment goals with them that are manageable, do you think that might get better too?
When you say it like that, it seems like it would. I just don't know how to deal with the things in the meantime. How do I stop replaying sessions in my head?
Well, we can talk about the sessions here so you can walk through them with someone. I think if you talk about the things you said, why you chose them, and look at the session overall rather than picking on the smaller details, you might feel more confident in your abilities. Let me ask you this. To what degree do you feel like you understand the world of your client?
I think I'm understanding my clients well in session. I think I'm making good connections with them. In session, I feel fine. I feel like I'm responding to them and asking the right questions.
So, in session, you feel confident?
Yes,
Do you feel like you're listening and understanding what they want to work on with you?
most of the time I do. Sometimes, though, afterward, I worry I might have misunderstood something or missed something.
I encourage you to trust your own internal direction more. However, let's say you do miss something sometimes. What could you do?
I could bring it up next session, couldn't I?
Of course, you could bring it up and talk to the client about it.
Do you think that would make the client think I don't know what I'm doing?
On the contrary, it may show the client you care enough to be thorough and help build rapport by showing them you're really considering what's best for your sessions. Would you feel comfortable doing that?
I think I would. And it makes me feel a little better not to feel like I have to know everything right from the first session. It's like any other job. I can better understand them as we go along and bring it up as we go along.
Right. You can always update the treatment plan if things change with the client's goal or if new information is presented. Why don't you tell me about your clients for this week? We can work on setting some supervision goals for you. We can start with your documentation and treatment plans. Let's talk about what you said in session, then we can see how your progress note and your treatment plan reflect that. Then in our future sessions, we can review the progress notes to make sure you're on track and determine if that treatment plan needs to change. Does that sound like it would be helpful?
Yes, I really want to see how I'm on target. I think it would make me a lot more confident. I'll get to you with everything you need. But what if my notes and treatment plan are wrong?
That's okay. That's what we're here for. No one expects you to know everything at the beginning. It's okay to make mistakes. That's exactly what supervision is for. This is the perfect place to work on your skills and get feedback. Remember, you're at level one. If you don't let me know where you're having trouble, it makes it harder to know what you need to develop as an associate.
That makes sense.
So, we can do that over the next few weeks, and in your next evaluation, I'll look closely at how accurately your progress notes match the information from the session. I'll also look at your treatment plan, whether it reflects what the client stated their goals are, and whether it's measurable. If at the time of the evaluation, if you're still having difficulty, I know some trainings that could help you, and I'll assign you some of those that you can work on. So once you know that your documentation is solid, and then you can review it anytime you're feeling unsure and remind yourself of where you and the client are.
Yeah, I think it would be good to have something to look back at. I just have to remember that it's okay to figure out things as I go. I don't have to be an expert.
None of us are. It's what keeps us relatable. Now, let's talk about your first client today. Tell me what you found to be important about your experience with that client.